They do not want you knowing how great you are. You know what I'm saying? You have to just know it. You have to move in that energy. And the crazy thing about it is, there's a lot of men that pander to women. So when women get online complaining about what men aren't doing or the things that they don't like that men are saying, why are you watching those men? There's plenty of men telling you what you want to hear. Oh, you find those guys attractive. Why would you waste your time? Women don't even see 80% of men. Why would you watch my black ass if you didn't find me attractive? Why would you listen to me telling you about yourself if you didn't find me attractive in some type of way? Now listen to me, ladies. When I say attractive, I don't mean that you're going to DM me, you know what I'm saying, pictures of yourself from the back. No, it just means that you find me attractive. You will find the way I speak, articulate, or the way I look, or all the above attractive, and it makes you want to hear what I have to say. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't sit there and make it worse on yourself by making it seem like I'm saying that you want to sleep with me. Now, given the opportunity and you not being in a relationship that you are, and you not knowing what I've said online, and you've met me somewhere out and about, possibilities probably there. But again, since you can study me religiously, and I know you are, remember I work for the government. Okay, I've worked for the top levels of the government. If you don't think I can't tell when some content creators are studying me, you're a damn fool. It don't even matter how much you act like you. The same women that'll tell you that they're out here single, working themselves, and not looking at nobody, it'll be the same women that tell you that women study the men that they like. You know what I'm saying? You just watch how they move. You can tell they're studying you. Women think that you like what they like. You're going to the gym, they'll start going to the gym like crazy. You start working on, how you articulate yourself and your speech. Women like that, they'll start doing it. We don't really be caring about none of that. We just want you to be nice, pleasant, and peaceful. All the rest of that stuff, it's not even that big of a deal. But women will project onto you what they like to see. That's how I'm able. Women be like, why does this dude be turning me on so much? I study y'all. I study what you do. I know you're projecting outwardly what you like. And then I reverse psychology that crap, man. Reverse engineer it. I'm like, oh, this is what they like. Oh, shit. I'm taking notes. Fucking with your head without even having to say nothing. You know what I mean? That's how you got to, man, look. Attractive guys know how to turn women on. I'll just say nothing directly to y'all. And if I really want to work you up, all I got to do is stop getting on here, telling y'all about yourselves, telling all your little secret maneuvers, and just do the stuff I know that you find attractive. It's over for you, man. But I get on here trying to explain things to the young bucks and explain things to other guys that go through it as well, but, need to hear that other men are going through it too. He tried to smog me. Didn't work out for him. You know what I'm saying? Didn't work out for him. But if you're a guy, let me tell you a hack. If you're a guy and you're consistently upgrading yourself, women are going to find you attractive. Period, point blank. If you come off like a guy that have been through some battle damage, been through some battles, and you recover and you heal and you grow, women love that shit, man. They love it. They're not going to tell you this because they never want you to know how great you are, man. At least not in the States. Maybe some woman overseas, because she knows she has to compete, so she want to tell you what you need to hear. Otherwise, somebody else will. But women, man, they really be paying attention. You always have to be upgrading, becoming a better version of yourself, setting higher goals. Every time you reach them, milestones, setting new ones, being disciplined, doing things daily that gets you closer. Listen, man, a woman knows that she pays attention to a guy. If a guy is going to the gym or disciplined about working out, she looks at that in a few different kind of ways. She can tell that's going to be able to translate into his life and his life discipline. Like, for example, me, going like a few years celibate, and women can tell that I have plenty of, what's going on, girl? And I see you smiling. That's that FedEx chick, man. Ask for her number one day. You know what I'm saying? But what was I saying? She threw me off, man. Ah, women, dude, smiling at me all hard. Yeah, man. Like, women like to see growth. Women like to see that you're consistently growing. They're never going to tell you this kind of stuff, man, because it's like part of the way that they move, you know. But once you understand it, man, then you know how to maneuver a certain kind of way to where you're always turning women on, even with your absence. It'll turn women on, you know. And then here's the thing, man. Like, oh, that's what I was saying. Like, women can tell you're disciplined through like your workouts, or you like, there's a reason why I've gone celibate. I can easily get women, but I want to spiritually cleanse. I want to lead by example. I want to show, if you detox from people and you're coming out of a bad relationship, you can get rid of those soul ties and you can recover and you can be just fine, because I've done it so many times before in my past. So you know what I'm saying? That's important. So I did that intentionally. I could have been out here being like the rest of these guys, jump into a new relationship, act like a player, and that turns women on too. But women are evolving also, and they're looking at men that are upgrading themselves and don't, you know, smart women know that if you're jumping from relationship to relationship, you have not healed and you're not strong enough to be by yourself, which means anytime he's not around you, you're probably going to be looking. But, you know, if you're the kind of guy like me where you can go years by yourself, maintain your peace, your happiness, your love for life, and you never give up on finding that love of your life, that woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with, it resonates with the right kind of woman. So I'm weeding out the women that want players. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like that run through women and, you know what I'm saying, use their social proof of seeing them with other women as validation for why they should, you know, be interested in them. The women that come after me, they're like looking at me on a deeper level, like a spiritual, like, you know, they listen to my words differently. They watch how I move differently. And I'm attracting a higher level of woman than the women that be out here just looking for that material stuff. Like, it's strategic, man. You know, when you move like this, women notice that kind of stuff. And it's the consistent, to wrap it up, it's the consistent persistence of greatness and being the best version of yourself. See, Kevin Samuels was the way that he was because he had a vision and he could see things. He could see the patterns. He could see how to bring things together, and he was always upgrading himself. It wasn't like, oh, he came up with a certain look and stuck with it. No, he was always upgrading. And women notice that kind of stuff, man, regardless of what you're promoting or whatever you're doing. Women, they like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That's why he resonated like he did. If you're the kind of guy where you can always upgrade yourself, you're always becoming a better version. You can tap into not just what's trending, but like in the moment, you can just tell like what people are feeling. When you can tap into that, you have endless ideas. You'll have an endless purpose, and you'll stay motivated. And women love that energy, man. Like they don't want to see the dead eyes. They don't want to see the weight of the world in your face. They want to see you still have the spark of life in you. You're still trying to improve. They don't want to feel like you're on the decline and they're going to be just nursing you. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel something from you too. And whenever you're that kind of guy where you're always improving, you do it in silence. You're not always online. Every run, every gym workout, you know what I mean? Every long walk or whatever, every intense workout, you're not posting it online for validation. You're doing it in silence because you know it needs to be done. You know it needs to be done, and you're not doing it for others to tell you, keep going, you got this. No, you're doing it for yourself. You know you got this. You know what I mean? You don't need no one to pat you on the back. You pat yourself on the back. I don't need no one to tell me, hey, good job for going to the gym, you know what I'm saying, at night, and then again at 9 or 10. I don't care. You know, I don't even want no one to, because honestly, the more I've spoken about what I do online, the more I see content creators trying to compete with me. So I had to learn the hard way, like, you got to keep this to yourself. You have lesser males that see you as a challenge or as a, you know, something to compete with and be better than. when all you got to do is keep your mouth shut and let these losers fall to the side. They need someone to compete with, and I'm giving them someone by saying certain things. Fuck these dudes. I'm not here to motivate your raggedy, stinking, lazy ass. You need somebody to motivate you by making an enemy out of somebody you don't even know. Goofy ass fucks. That's why I don't get on here saying certain things anymore. I've been watching a lot lately. Just observing content creators, their live streams, just watching these people that watch other people and steal ideas, and looking at the nature of the beast and noticing that stealing ideas has been something that people have been doing for forever. Celebrities have been talking about it. So what you have to do is become something that can't be stolen. You have to become so authentically you and not afraid to be it unapologetically, that whatever people are trying to take off your plate, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They just come off like some kind of fake copy of you or some person that's regurgitating information, and people can trace it back to whoever came up with it without you having to say anything. So you have to work. It's all about that craft. The people that know, they know. If you get it, you get it. If this is going over your head, it ain't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't meant for you. There's a lot of people online that keep doing the same thing and they do okay. And there's some people online that are always upgrading themselves. And it makes those people that keep themselves the same think, well, if they were to stick with one thing, then they would probably be further. You don't see the vision or where they're headed. So you're just seeing it right in front of you. And that's why you keep doing the same thing that's working. They have a vision. Somebody has to be the first to do it. If it wasn't for that, we'd have no innovation. And there's just too much of regurgitated crap going on anyway. That's why I refuse to study anybody. I refuse to take anything from anyone else. And I just listen to content creators. I don't listen to take. I listen while I'm working out. I'm doing something else while I'm listening. So I'm not sitting there taking notes and listening too carefully. Man, I'm trying to get these sets in. That is it. I'm trying to listen to see if you're saying something that I agree with or in alignment with whatever I've been saying, or hell, some of y'all regurgitate the same things I've been saying, but it's still the same stuff that I be saying, so I can listen to it and I can work out to it. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care the points you're trying to prove. I don't care about none of your lives. I don't care about none of that shit. It's about the data. I'm an engineer. It's about the data. So that being said, man, keep working on yourselves. Keep becoming the best version of yourselves. Do not become jaded to where you're like, I hate all women, or I hate, a certain group of women. What the hell is that going to do for anybody, man? Don't do that, man. And now if you do it, you be you, right? But you got to remember, I'm a grown ass man. I'm a 2-time Army combat veteran. I love serving people. I can't see myself, trying to say that all women are a certain thing. I have too many black women. Every age group of black woman is always smiling at me whenever I go outside my house. I have the woman at the register that's 20-something years old, shy, but still smiling or whatever. I have a 30-something-year-old manager at the bank that's in there flirting with me openly. And then I have my son's primary care doctor's nurse, just touching me, and they're in her 40s. So in real life, it's not what's going on online. It's just the worst of the worst online, doing too much. Get online and get abreast of what's going on, and then get the hell off of there, man, and go find something to do, like work out, clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's something to do with your truck or car you could be doing or learning how to do. You know what I'm saying? But like, this online shit, this internet stuff is made for women. And it feminizes men by being on it too long, period. It's made for women. They need something to occupy their mind sometimes, man. And that's why they run it like they do. Everything that's on there, they get emotional about it and make more content that keeps the internet going. Dudes don't move like that. Shoot, if it's up to us, this internet thing will be regulated. You know what I'm saying? It'd be freedom of speech, but things would be categorized and separated. And this shit wouldn't work like it do right now if men were really running it. It's a bunch of algorithms made to keep women's minds erratic, occupied, and all over the place. We ain't got no business being on it all day long unless we're making money on it, making some content, watching it. No, get your ass outside and go find something to do. You're a grown ass man. Get your butt outside and go find something to do. This internet crap, man, is for women for the most part. That's why their minds are all messed up. You can't even be, if you're a real man, you don't even fall for none of the propaganda or programming. You just get irritated that they try to keep testing you. You see right through it, and it's like, man, I'm gonna go find something else to do. Women be falling for that crap. They got to be told it's propaganda. They got to be told that this is an algorithm that they're feeding you as much negativity as possible to keep you low vibrational so you can keep manifesting this horrible reality that you have. But they got to be told that. You see some of these guys online that are flipping out, acting a fool, but most of the time these dudes don't show their face online. Most of the time the dudes you see online are balanced. They get on here, they ranting about something that means something, right? And it has facts and stats and data in there, and they're getting off of here. You're not seeing them sitting on here just ranting about shit, being mad, not trying to come to no solution about nothing. You don't see dudes doing that like that. Not unless, like I said, they're a faceless channel. And again, I don't have a problem with all faceless channels. I told you, Game Changer, he's straight. He be saying stuff sometimes, but for the most part, he's straight. And I keep messing up this man's name. BGS it more. You know, y'all know who he is. He be putting out information, right? He just, you know, one of the thought leaders in the Black manosphere. So he's straight. But some of y'all be on here just cussing and hollering and screaming, and niggas sound like you just got dumped by your girlfriend or something, and you don't want to show your face because you're probably crying, and you just be screaming into the phone, man. You ain't even showing your face. Like, bruh, I can't watch that shit. I'm an Army guy. Like, I want to, you gonna be ranting like that, show your face. I want to see you crying into the doggone phone like that. Like, show your face. Show your face. If you're not showing your face, man, anybody can get on here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. You know, I'm gonna give these women a business. Huh. You know, look, y'all. What, man? Let me tell you. Let me get started. Let me get comfortable in here. These females out here, you see what it looks like? You see what it looks like? Just get online. You don't know what I'm wearing. You don't know if I'm dressed appropriately, if I've shaved my beard, if I brush my teeth. Just no camera. Just running my mouth, venting off whatever I need to. And then y'all are falling for it. You're going right down the same path of this person that don't want to be held accountable for their words by showing their face. And this ain't the people that show their face sometimes, because you show your face. It's talking about the people that don't do it at all and are so fucking tough on the internet, man. You young bucks, man, don't fall for this stuff, bro. Don't fall. I'm telling you, men that show their face online normally have a little bit of balance to them because your face is held accountable. When you don't show your face, you're allowed to get away with more. You're going to feel more bold. Why do you think people say crazy stuff on the internet anyway, and they don't say that kind of stuff in person? The internet emboldens you, period. So you ain't showing your face. Look how powerful you feel. I could be over here scratching my nuts right now, smoking a blunt. You wouldn't know nothing. I ain't got to get no decency about myself to do this. You see what I'm saying? Man, when I go live showing myself, line up my beard, make sure, you know what I'm saying? Take care of my skin, put an outfit on, get presentable. Right? I'm talking to you guys. So anything I say, the comment section, hold me accountable and see my facial reaction to it. If I'm running my mouth and you saying something in the comments and I get triggered and I'm making all kind of crazy faces, then you know that I'm an emotional wreck. If I'm able to keep my composure and respond to you, even if it's something you don't like, it might be a little bit stoic. You might be able to handle a little bit of criticism. You cannot be, I'm just an Army guy, right? So this is my perspective, right? Like Dee would say, in my opinion. I swear that she's the first person I heard saying that. And then all of a sudden, Michelle Obama comes out with the doggone podcast. And in my opinion, I'm like, damn, Only person that says that repeatedly is Didi, in my opinion. But that's just my perspective. You're online, you're not showing your face, you're emboldened. I can't take you serious. I don't care what you're saying, even if it's some of the stuff I agree with. I'm an army guy. I'm not a assassin or something like that. My enemies can see my face. You know what I'm saying? I square up. I see my enemy. They see me. Woo, woo, woo. We do what we do. I can't feel big, bad, and bold, and I ain't even showing my face to back up my words that I'm saying online. It don't make any sense. And if you're a young dude, man, you need to always be thinking about, I'm going to be held accountable for my words, and think that way. I don't care if you're one of these people that hide your face online or whatever. You need to, as a man. So my dad always taught me, as a man, you will always be held accountable for your words. Know that. Okay. This way you're speaking in a way to where you're not getting reckless. You know what I mean? And you look, man, listen, anything I say, I stand on it. Throw it back in my face, say it in my comment section, whatever. I stand on it. I could easily do this right here. And I could do it and get just as many views or more. But I really want y'all to see my face while I'm speaking, because I'm trying to instill some integrity back in the game. Now, I mean, got to have some checks and balances, man. This cannot just be a whole bunch of faceless channels just saying a bunch of reckless shit that we all would want to say, but we want to be a little bit decent, and we show our face on camera, so we don't want to be getting reckless like that. You know, but there needs to be a distinction between faceless channels and a faced channel. And again, if you make reaction videos, you're a faceless channel and you just react into women. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these niggas that, not just black dudes, people that don't show their face on camera, but be talking about all kind of stuff. Not just talking about women in videos, talking about what they've observed men doing, what they've observed. I don't give a shit what you observe, nigga. You obviously an observer spirit, a monitoring spirit. So I don't give a damn. You want to blend in the crowd while you observing everything. No, man, no. Show your face, man. Show your face. I give respect to a certain degree to any content creator or anyone that posts online that show their face. Because if I don't agree with you or not, at least you're man and woman enough to show your face on camera. That's something a lot of people don't have the guts enough to do. And some of these people have the guts enough to get online and rant and rave, and I'm tough on them, this and that. You don't even show your face online. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion, and that's just my perspective, okay? I'm just an army guy, right? And again, before I go, let me go ahead and put a couple of things out here. I don't think that every woman online that finds me attractive wants to sleep with me. I don't think that. I don't. But I do think a lot of y'all that watch me get naughty thoughts about me because you can't really help yourselves. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I don't think that all of y'all want me. And I know a lot of women that talk to me on a regular basis through social media, but don't even find me attractive like that. It don't seem like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, might find me attractive, but not on a level of like, oh, I want him so bad. Or no. I don't think that. So, chill on that. And then the passport bro thing, right? I've observed, like I said in my last live stream, I think, passport bros kind of posturing and peacocking. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's for. I don't know who it's intended to, but man, I done told y'all, I'm going over there to do my thing that I have planned out, written down, and going to execute. I'm not over there to make friends. I'm not over there to make enemies. I'm not over there to collaborate or look for someone to put me on. And I'm not over there to shun anyone away either. All I'm saying is this: do not come around me with no fuckboy shit. Don't come around me wherever I'm at in my space, minding my own business, checking me. Don't come up checking me. Don't come up with me like, do we have a problem? I don't even know you, like type stuff. Like, we're gonna have a problem right there on the spot, automatically. Guaranteed. Okay? I am retiring. I'm over there to mind my business. I will fight for my peace. I don't want nothing to do with any politics or whatever class system that y'all are trying to develop over there with this passport bro shit. You can consider me just a black man traveling. I'm fine with that. You can consider me just an international Sigma. You can call me Army retired. I don't give a damn. I don't need no passport bro titling or nothing like that. I don't know what politics y'all got going on. I don't know why I keep seeing this tough guy posturing. I have no idea. I don't know why y'all talking the way that y'all talking right now. Y'all aren't even those type dudes. Trying to talk tough, coming out. Y'all are guys that have left the country. Y'all are smart guys. Let's leave it at that. There's no need to try to come off tough. Y'all are smart guys. Leave it at that. Ain't nobody worried about y'all. Ain't nobody going over there to mess with y'all little space or whatever you have going on. I'm going over there. And this is another reason why I say, and you have to move in silence. Don't tell nobody none of your plans, bro. After I started mentioning about going to Thailand, some of these people, I've watched their content prior to me mentioning it. And then after I start mentioning it's all this Pookie, passport Pookie stuff, and don't come over here with that same fighting mentality from the state. All this stuff popping up after I mentioned, bro, listen, I've worked at higher levels of government that you couldn't even imagine. You act like a woman to sit here and think that the little that you see of people online is a representation of them in real life. Okay? I have no criminal record, never been arrested, never been imprisoned or in jail. I have in my background a top secret Yankee white. You people never even know what that means. So don't do that to yourself. I see you might be doing it for women purposes. Keep it at that. Try to scare up the women that's only going to make them want to run to somebody like me even more. But don't think that I'm going over there. Look, as important as you people think you are, you're not. You're not. Kevin Samuels and other people have started movements, and it gets bigger than you. So you can't regulate it like you want to. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because like I've watched videos with these people. I've seen people like BMT talking to other brothers that he's reacting to. And, brothers said stuff like you can't regulate who's considering themselves a passport bro or who other people consider a passport bro. So even if they're making, distinctions and this, that, and the third, once you put that umbrella out there, then people are going to just start calling black guys that go overseas passport bros. Now, instead of you assuming who you think is a bad representation of a passport bro, you should let them get a chance to get out there and prove themselves. If you're trying to cast some kind of prejudgment based off of what you see, then you're basically doing what you did in the States before you took off, nerding it out, making observations about certain men and just, trying to bad name them or whatever to justify you being the way that you are. Listen, man, y'all are not responsible. Let me just put this out there. If you're a black man traveling or you're traveling, period, you're not responsible for what another traveler's doing. It's not your job to police anybody up either, right? If you need for someone to say, well, I'm not considered a passport bro, and if you think in any kind of way I'm going to allow you to call yourself trying to police me up, I'm not. I'm going to cook you up. I'm already studying all you dudes over there anyway. No offense, no disrespect. But I'm going to cook you up and I'm going to go after your insecurities. That's all that I'm going to do. Physical insecurities, mental insecurities that I'm, assuming, stuff like that. That's all that I'm going to do. It's nothing offensive, nothing personal, but I'm not catching any strays. And I don't want to hear y'all trying to do something that no one elected you to do. So if I need to get away from that moniker passport bro and come up with something new, going to do it. But as far as having anyone police me and how I move or have something to say about whatever I'm doing, you can say, I can be over there and making videos and you can say in the beginning, this is nothing personal, I'm still going to go after you in a video. I'm still going to go after you. I don't care what you say. If you decide to be a grown man watching my content,